And we're back, another episode of Jeepers Creepers Tarantulas. As you know, I've been trying to do some cool new different types of enclosures. I was walking through the store today and came across this and figured I'd try to find a way to turn it into a cool looking enclosure for more like a home decor type. Basically it's got this little door here, opens up. It's for a candle. So when I bought it, this top part was screwed, secured, so it just stays there stationary. Basically, you just open this up and you put your candle in there, let it burn. It's got this metal top, so that way the heat and everything can't get to it or affect it in any way. So my idea is to turn it into an enclosure and put my Irminia in it. So before this, I went ahead and took some measurements, got an idea, put it together, and cut the pieces of plexiglass that I needed. And those hinges that I bought like I think it was like a 10-pack at Hobby Lobby the other day. Got these hinges, so I unscrewed this, took it off, screwed hinges to this, so that way now it opens up. So I'm going to open this up. I'm going to take this piece of glass that comes with it in the back. We're going to get rid of that because we're not going to use that. So let's just put that there for now. Alright, so like I said, I went and pre-measured these pieces. Got my daughter over here making another one of these enclosures for my other sea darlingy, because this one, we rehoused her the other day and she just molted about an hour ago after putting her in there. So I have my other sea darlingy from the same sack that we're going to make the other one for. She's making that one now. So basically I cut this in half. Make sure, remember, I cut this in half, and we're going to slide this where that piece of glass was. So now in the back you got this piece of plexiglass, which we're going to hot glue in place. And we're going to take the other piece, once it's in there, that is going to act as our access to get access to our tarantula. So you want to, this space will sit there, you want to get in, you want to feed, you want to water your tea, you open this up, slide this up, then you'll have access through here to feed whatever you got to do. So that's that. Then I'm going to make it to where this front door, obviously, it's got gaps all around it. This is basically just going to be a viewing area. So you want a better view of your tea. You open this up and then you'll be able to see fully through there, and you'll be able to open this lid and be able to view through there if you want to get a better look, see where it's at, see what it's doing, But when you're not looking at it and it's just sitting there, it's kind of like a home decor piece that you can put anywhere in your house that you're not even going to know is a tarantula enclosure until you get up and look at it. So let's continue with this and see how it turns out. Alright, so I'm going to pull this piece back out. Alright, with that one, you can pull all that tape off now. Did you make sure all your holes are nice and clean? Make sure there's nothing inside them? Alright, so we are going to hot glue this piece of plexiglass in. Make that stationary. That's never going to move again.
Give us a second to set up and dry.
Open this door back up so I got a visual. And then I also want to take out here
and glue this, just that way it's fully secure and there's no gaps or any way that a sling is going to escape.
And just apply some light pressure to that so that way everything seals up with that. Alright, you're all done with that, right? So take that lid off carefully. Pull probably around the sides. And clean that all out. Take that over to the trash can and just wipe that out real good so that way everything's out of there. And if you're wondering, these hinges I put on here, the metal top part, I just have these 2 screws in here temporarily. I actually have nuts and bolts that are going to go in there, and they're same color as the hinge, but just for building this purpose, just to get it together, I put them in temporarily. Save some of the time from the boringness of all the details. But just know that that's not the permanent solution right there, because that looks stupid. Alright, so that's nice and dry. And the other pieces of glass that come with it on the side, I just left them glass. You don't need to change them. But I did run a bead of hot glue all the way around all of them, because when these things come, you know, they shake, they tend to vibrate, and there's gaps. So small tarantulas can squeeze through things, as I have found out the hard way a couple times, and don't like to have that happen again. So these are in. The sides, they're all hot glued in. This bottom piece back here is hot glued in. This is temporarily put in there. Like I said earlier, this door is going to be just a viewing area. It's not access to get to the tea or anything, because this piece of plexiglass here is actually going to go in here, and it's going to seal it up so that way you can't get to it. This door is strictly for viewing purposes. This stuff always peels off on me when I don't want it to. The second I want it peeled off, it never wants to come off. Alright, so this piece is going to slide in here like this. Like so. And then stuff in there. Might have to nip a little piece of hot glue away. My other razor blade go. Alright, so now that you got that done, get an idea of how you want to put, see I got that one in there, it's just basic, you don't need anything too extravagant, just figure out a little piece of plant and a little piece of stick. Also, I found these at Hobby Lobby as well, these wreaths. I use them just for the sticks. I pull them apart, cut pieces off as I need them, and that works. Alright, so my razor blade is here. It worked great to take the edges, the rough edges off the plexiglass. Alright, so let's try this again. Much better. Yeah, a piece of glue was holding it up, so. You need another hot glue stick. You should be able to bend them a little bit. Try.
It's gonna snap. It would snap.
Alright. There's plenty more here. Just get an idea how you want. Look at this one, and you're gonna see how much you got the cocoa fiber. You got the
all of this?
no. Just cut a little piece off. You got these other little plants here.
I like this one. It's got the thing.
No, you don't need that.
Oh,
You're not gonna, no, you're not gonna use that.
What, this side?
In case you're wondering where I found this, this was just walking through Big Lots over in their, I guess, home decor section. I don't know if you have a Big Lots near you or not, but they have a few things. Just get this inner seam. This is going to be nice and fun. It's actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Thought that was going to be a little harder to get to. That was. Alright, so let's give that a second to set up.
Let's see where we're at with that.
Alright, we come up with. Josh. Alright, so give you the basic idea. Like I was telling you earlier, you're going to open this door. You got plexiglass here. So this door is strictly for viewing purposes only. Has no purpose at all. But I like the piece. I thought it was cool. You know, anybody that's into home decor, decorating stuff, just like they come up with different ideas for things. See how that dries. And we got this top piece here. This is going to be our top part of the enclosure. Alright. Let's get this part glued in. seal this in.
So we're gonna put the sticks on it? Huh? What? What? No. No, it's open. That's why I just used these pieces.
Alright, so take your 2 containers. This, you gotta figure out something with this.
Did you just break my lead?
No. Like push it down a little bit. Because remember, the lid's gotta go inside here.
Yeah.
So push it down. Cut a little bit off of that.
And then, I can find something.
And then hot glue it in place like that. Alright. This should be pretty dry for the most part.
I see I missed a piece. So much glue.
Alright, so let's put this piece in and see how it fits. Hopefully I was trying to put it in the right spot. See, now it's a nice tight fit there. Now you have a completely sealed enclosure. And then when you want to access it, pull this out. You got access through here. But when it's closed, there's nothing there. Or it's there, so you can't do that. Pull that piece off there. Pull this piece off here. Slide that in. Alright, so you got that all hot glued in. Give it a little touch, make sure it stays there. See? The top piece. You gotta fix that. And then even though we made it 2 pieces, with that center piece of frame, you can't see where it's split. I did that purposely to make it more aesthetically pleasing. I like the way it's got that rustic look to it, so it's like that old barn house. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like pieces like that. And then, like I was saying, when you want to see your tea, you got this whole door, because that's the view you got when it's closed. But if you want a better view, you got that. And you also have this whole top part. So I don't know if I'm going to do that now or not, but this whole front, I'm going to have ventilation all through this front. I'm going to have a bunch of ventilation in the top, so that way you can go in, come out the top, and then with this closed, it's got all these openings up here for ventilation. This is going to be a little bit of a boring part, and once I figure out how to edit these videos, because I am computer illiterate and lucky I can turn one on, I will learn to edit this part out or speed it up, as I see a lot of people do. But you can just fast forward through this part because this is going to be just boring, me drilling holes, talking.
This one gets an upcharge.
What was that? You're going to spray the bottom of it a little bit, just a little bit, just like a little spritz. Now put a little bit of cocoa fiber in with the spoon. It's the brown.
The bottom.
Mm-hmm.
All over.
Mm-hmm.
More.
Yeah, more than that.
Alright, now spray a little bit in there. A little bit more. Alright, that's good. Now put some topsoil. Actually, spray in the topsoil a little bit before I mix it up. This one I need for this. Just spray it a couple times. And mix it up a little bit. Make sure it's mixed up pretty good. You spray a little bit more. You don't want it to be like really dry. Alright, so. Check clean. Where is my Alejandro? Huh? Yeah, now put a little bit of that in the bottom. But it's slow, so it's a little bit so that way you're not getting all over your stuff. Check a little more cocoa fiber. Mm-hmm. Alright. That's good there, that's good there. Alright, a little more topsoil and more cocoa fiber. Put a little stick in there. Alright, so I'm gonna drill a few more holes back here just for a little bit more ventilation.
Alright, so now that all our vents are drilled, I'm going to take it over to the shop vac and shop vac it out real quick. Alright, so this is pretty much the finished product as of that. I want to go possibly a little further and figure out how to incorporate this. Iguanas are going nuts over there. They seem to get more active at nighttime now that I brought them in the house.
Or winter.
Alright, so let's see how that looks. I think it's just a little accent lighting, nothing too serious, nothing too big, but just something to give it that little bit of extra detail. Alright, so I'm gonna get the substrate in here, figure out how I want to get these twigs and stuff lined up in here.
ready to go. What should we do here? That should be good for that one. I'm gonna change it. Whatever it wants. Alright, so this one is gonna be. Let's just do this little rehouse real quick. It's gonna be. I had 2 sea darlingies. That's the one.
Alright, so let's see how this looks. Alright, so that's pretty much what you got. You got your viewing area like I was explaining earlier. You can view from up here if you want, but you got plenty of viewing space to see where your tea is, what it's doing, and you know, put this piece back in there and it's completely sealed. You have a new home decor tea enclosure. So I don't know what you guys think of it or what, but it's just something I saw earlier and wanted to see if I could turn it into a tea enclosure, and that's the idea I came up with. So if you guys have any ideas or see anything that you might want to see turned into a tea enclosure, let me know. See if I can find it and then try to come up with an idea for it. Alright, so I'm gonna put this here. And my pea Irminia, I had it here because it was nice and tiny, but it molted and outgrew the enclosure that it was in. So we are going to open this up and hopefully it goes nice and smoothly.
I had a small piece of wire. Let's see if we can get her or him into a new enclosure without any runaways.
You're almost there. Come on. Come on. There you go. And there she is. She looks a lot smaller in that enclosure than she did in here, but I needed to get her out of here. She definitely outgrew this. Alright, so that's what it is. That's what we got today. We're going to do the rehouse of this sea darlingie. Hopefully this one doesn't want to bolt. Let me get a catch cup just in case.
Sometimes bathrooms like to be a pain in the ass.
On my face. Come on, come on. This way. This way. There you go. See? Got this new baby. big house.
One of the great glories of Leonardo is not getting the answer right, but knowing where the answer might lie. Even if he's not got the maths or technology to do it. Technology.com/trailbreak.
There you go. Nice new house. Alright, so we got the two houses done. Let me know what you think about this project. And if you want to see anything else. You'll up close. You open the door.
Some people think our generation isn't acoustic, but run them down get.
You got your nice little viewing area
That's why
of your tea.
programs that give
Irminia is underneath that leaf right there.
they are committed to being America's best first job.
Like I said. And then underneath your top, you can view underneath there. So that's what we got for now. All right, say.